Hello everyone, and welcome to this brief presentation titled 3 Headline Templates for Better Response and a Fatter Bank Balance. My name's Kevin Francis. You can find out more about me at maximumresultscopywriting.com. Now this is a brief presentation that I gave at a recent GKIC London chapter meeting. As the title indicates, what it contains is 3 headline templates that you can use in your copy. It was aimed very much at people who are not necessarily full-time copywriters, but direct response marketers who need to use copy and perhaps might write a bit themselves or need to test or tweak some of their own ads. And my aim with this was to give some usable information in the form of these 3 headline templates to give people options and alternatives they can test out in their advertising. Now what I'm going to cover in this presentation is firstly, let's go over again why headlines matter. Why is this information going to be of use to you in your marketing and helping you to make more money? 3 questions that you need to be clear on before you start. Then I'm going to go through each of the individual headline templates with an example for each one. And then finally, some suggestions about how you can use these headline templates. So let's take a look firstly at why headlines matter. Now, first and foremost, the aim of your headline is to attract attention. It's no good having fantastic copy or a fantastic ad with a great offer if nobody reads your ad. Okay, so the purpose of your headline is to get the attention of your prospect and to get them to read on. You may well be familiar with the copy formula, AIDA, A-I-D-A. For those who are not so familiar with that, what it means is A is for attention, B is interest, to develop the interest of your prospect in what you've got to offer them. D is desire, to build that want in terms of the solution that you're going to offer. And then A is the ask for action at the end. As in all direct response, you always want to have a call to action in your piece somewhere. Okay, so the purpose of the headline is to get the prospect to read your ad. And in the presentation I made, actually, there was a good point made. The great Joe Sugarman of Blue Blocker Sunglasses fame, he went through, his mantra was very much, the purpose of your headline is to get the reader to read the first sentence. The purpose of that first sentence is to get your reader to read the second sentence, etc., etc. So always worth keeping that in mind when you're writing copy. Okay, 3 questions before you start. One of the dirty little secrets of copywriters is that, in fact, the hard work is not in the actual writing itself. Sure, there's a craft to writing, and you can make a big difference with a skilled copywriter. But the real secret to a successful ad is in the research and in being very clear on your sales strategy before you even start. So now there are many more than 3 questions that you really should go through before, but these, for the purpose of this exercise, are 3 key ones. Firstly, who are you aiming to attract? Okay, it's absolutely essential that you're clear on who your target audience is. Secondly, what exactly is their problem that you're going to help them with? Okay, in other words, what's going to be in it for them? Why should they be listening to you? And then thirdly, how specifically can you help them? Okay, they have a problem that needs solving, but how specifically are you going to be able to help them with that problem? Of course, at more advanced levels, you want to explain to people how specifically you can help them and why you are the best solution, but that's outside the scope of this brief presentation. Okay, so let's move on to the first template. Template number 1, okay, and the template is give me, and then the first blank to fill in is something small, and I'll give you, and then the second part of the fill in the blanks is a big benefit. Okay, so let's go through it again. So give me something small, and I'll give you a big benefit. Okay, so as an example, something I saw the other day in an email: give me just $47, and I'll give you the secret to unlimited wealth. Okay, now you may say that that sounds a bit hypey, but it actually was drawn from a live email the other day from a very, very experienced copywriter, and in the context of his mailing to his own list, that is a very believable headline. All right, so there's just the psychology here is, people want a bargain, but most people, they're not stupid. They know you can't get something for nothing, especially something valuable. But if you get them to hand over something small and in return they get something big, something much more valuable, then that's going to be of interest for people. Moving on to the next template. This is the template. So if you can, first item to fill in is do something easy, then you can get big benefit. Okay, so as an example, if you can read and write simple English, you can make real money selling words. Okay, now that was actually an ad, I think, for AI's copywriting course. And again, if you have a look at this and have a look at the psychology behind it, one of the problems for most people is that they may think that something can work for other people, but there's all sorts of reasons why they can't do it. It's too hard for them, or it's too much, something that's beyond them that's necessary to do this. So what this does is disarm that objection in advance, and of course, if you phrase this appropriately, then it's going to intrigue people at least. They're going to at least go and have a look at your piece and see, well, yeah, okay, I'm interested in this, and yeah, maybe if it's really not that hard, then I might have a look at this. So that's the second template. Okay, third one, proven system, and then the first fill in the blank, provides big benefits, and does it, and then the second part to fill in quick, easy, or cheap. Okay. So let's go over that again. So it's proven system, delivers big benefits, and does it quick, easy, and cheap, or cheap. Let's go through that. Let's give the example first. Okay, example. Okay, proven system delivers a flood of qualified leads to your website for just pennies per visitor. And someone like my good friend David White, who's the founder of the GKIC London chapter, expert in delivering website traffic and SEO, that's something that perhaps he might be able to use or would have in his. Right? And let's go through the template again. So it's proven system, delivers big benefits, and does it quick, easy, cheap. Two things to note here. Firstly, the proven system implies that you've got something substantial behind this. It's not just something you've pulled out of the air. System is a power word that attracts people because, again, it implies there's something of substance there, and as does proven. And the second part, again, in all your marketing, it's a facet of human nature. Of course, we all want things, and we want them quick. We don't want them to be hard. We want them easy, and ideally, of course, we want them bargain. We love bargains. We want them cheap. There are some instances, particularly if you're marketing to the affluent, where being expensive is actually a selling point, right? But in most cases, people want things to be fast. They want them to be something that's without difficulty, and they want a bargain. So ideally, you always want to have in your appeal or your offer to people at least one of those elements. Nobody wants things to take a long time, nobody wants things to be really difficult, and nobody wants to pay over the odds, right? So, they're the three templates. What can you use these for? Well, again, in any experienced copywriter listening to this will know that, will tell you that before they sit down to write, they will probably write out 20 or 30 or even more alternative headlines before they even start. So whenever you're looking at your own pieces, it's always worth looking at different alternatives that you might be able to use. Now let me make a point. None of these templates here are magic pills. That they may not be appropriate in all circumstances. Don't use them mindlessly. But when you're looking at your own ads or looking to create an ad, then these may well be worth having a look at. So you can use them to create alternatives. If you've got an ad that's already working, you might be able to use them to test an existing ad, or to test in an existing ad against the current headline. Thirdly, of course, any new headlines. And you'll use headlines not just in ads. Headlines, remember, their purpose is to attract attention. So anywhere you need people to read on, so it could be in an email subject line, it could be in an article title for an article that you're writing, it could be a blog post. Anywhere out there that where you need to attract attention, if in effect what you're using is a headline. So I hope you found that useful. My name's Kevin Francis. I am a consulting copywriter, and you can find out more about me at maximumresultscopywriting.com. And I hope you've found this short presentation useful. Thank you.